Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Mic'd Up Savage. I'm here today with Murph, and today we're talking about the trouble at the Trop for the Yankees. Murph, game one, Corey Kluber versus Rich Hill, the man who played for the Long Island Ducks, beat the Yankees at the Trop. Kluber, 2.1 innings pitched, 3 earned, 3 Ks. This performance, man, I thought we were going uphill from this first start.
Yeah, I thought so too. I had high hopes going into the start. I was hoping he'd be kind of like one of our answers to the Rays. Yeah, it just wasn't the case. I feel bad for him because the first 2 runs that came in were definitely not his fault. We just had poor defense behind him. DJ having an uncharacteristic error, overthrown first, and then what was it? Was it a ground ball that should have been at least 1 out? It turned into a hit, and they ended up scoring. So, yeah, it sucks, dude. Like. It hurts because you want Kluber to succeed. You need Kluber to succeed, especially going against the Rays, our new rivals, as it were. Yeah, and it just sucks to have this kind of flop. And it's like you hear him in the press conference, and like his ERA would have been saved, except poor Nelson gets rocked a bit. But like
4 earned in an inning and 2/3 from Nick Nelson. That's rough to see.
Yeah, and he gives up Kluber's 2 other runs, which suck. Yeah, so if you hear Kluber talk about it at the press conference, he actually felt better than this first outing, ironically enough. So it just shows you, how baseball is sometimes. Sometimes you have your stuff with other teams aggressive. So credit to the Rays, they're aggressive. They took their chances. They swung out of their shoes. Meadows had a fantastic game for them, going 3 for 4. He's just doing his thing. Their leadoff to Tsugo. What's his name? How do you say it?
Tsugo. Yoshi Tsugo.
Yeah. Really coming in with like a $190 average, leading off of them as the DH, and he manages to go 2 for 4. It's just such a Rays thing. Yeah,
I mean, like a Rays thing for them to happen, like especially against the Yankees, like that crap would happen.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like the ball wasn't bouncing our way. We managed to fight back early, putting up a 4 spot, but then we can't put up a goose egg the next following innings. We give up 7 in case. 7 in the 3rd and the 4th, so can't win ball games like that. This happens. Sucks. Nelson got rocked. Kluber got rocked. Lucky had a pretty good outing, and Sessa had a pretty good outing. But other than that, there's not much to say.
So a plus for Lucky. If that's how you say his name, well, good job. You gave up the least amount of runs along with Sessa, not the least, second least. Again, that DJ error, you could kind of give it to him as an excuse. I mean, he is a great fielder, but out of position, if you want to say, which he really hasn't ever been out of position when he's with the Yankees. He plays pretty much everywhere besides shortstop in the infield. Gio was out and Judge out of the lineup. Gio, you said shot. He wasn't feeling his COVID shot, which, yeah. And then Judge.
Soreness.
Could
be COVID shot too, and they're just trying to play it off. Like he's trying to work through it. I don't know. But I've heard people say they've gotten sore off of the COVID shot, but,
yeah.
I have no idea.
DJ 2 for 4 and a home run. Hicks hits when it doesn't matter. He hits the home run. About time, Hicks. Whatever. 1 to the sticks. Yankees lose game 1, 10-5 to the Tampa Bay Rays. Game 2, Domingo Germán. Time for his redemption start. We're thinking, they don't got nothing on us. We got Domingo Germán. 4 innings pitched, 8 hits, 4 earned runs, and 2 homers. And after the game, he was sent on a ticket back to wherever Scranton, Wilkes-Barre is, even if that's a team anymore. We don't know. Thanks, MLB. Murph, what do you think of that?
Yeah, not another flopper of an outing. You're hoping that, again, this is another guy looking to have a step forward in the right direction, and he just can't find the groove, can't find the rhythm. Now, the Yankees option him, I originally thought it was like, okay, we're going to bring up Debbie now, but apparently rumor has it that they're going to roll with the 4 starters until they need a 5th. So Germán probably coming back ultimately when it's his time to start again. They're just trying to add another bullpen arm for now, but yeah, it's just not a good outing at all from him. I mean, you would think 4 runs wouldn't be the end of the world, but our offense just couldn't string together anything. We had Gio and Judge back in the lineup, and it doesn't matter. We get 5 hits on the day, and we have 2 more errors. So the errors just continue. The boys just cannot field. when it at the Trop. The Trop is the #1 Yankee killer out there. Just the lifeless team.
You think a turf field would help the Yankees field ground balls better, right? You know,
I would think the opposite though, because the ball's gonna hit a lot harder off the turf.
okay, but you're not gonna get the bad hop. It's just harder to velocity wise. It's gonna be harder.
The ball's gonna be harder, and the bounces are gonna be like a lot sharper and up, but you're not gonna get the random bounce to the sides. So in a sense, you're right. It's like a 50. It's like a double-edged sword, right? The hops are gonna be clean, but it's gonna come a lot faster. So
you're hitting it pretty much on a clean car.
But you got our boys who can't field a ground ball anywhere to save their life. So I mean, it sucks, you know.
When the main percentage of ground balls are heading towards shortstop and third, and you gotta pray that Gio gets the ball, or you don't know. But we'll get to that soon. Justin Wilson's back. Good inning out of him, 2 Ks. Loaiza 2 innings, 3 Ks, 0 earned. Sessa inning, 2 Ks, 0 earned. Bullpen's back to doing what the bullpen does. But the Yankee offense goes silent.
Yep.
And the Yankees had 5 hits. A hit from Judge, DJ, Hicks, Guardy, and Sanchez, and Gio was back in the lineup, and Judge, of course, was back in the lineup as you did here. I mean,
you know what's crazy? I don't even remember much of this game because it was just so boring. I don't even remember Wilson pitching. Other than
I didn't even know he made his Yankees re-debut this year.
Yeah, I mean, I literally just this game was nothing to me in every sense of the word. It was just so boring. Mm-hmm. The Yankees were just so lifeless, and the Rays just doing the Rays thing, capitalizing with guys on base. Rosarena saying, "Hey, I'm still that guy. I'm still one of the best players on the planet," as the Rays do claim. And he showed it. He went 3 for 5 with what, a home run? Did he have a home run?
I think he did. Pretty sure.
Yeah, he did. He did have a home run off of Herman. So yeah, I mean, it just sucks. The team it feels lifeless at this point.
Yes, no sense of urgency from the boys, but I really do think this isn't gonna continue. That was the Trop. It's the Yankees' kryptonite. They will figure out how to win at the Trop. Again, we didn't have Cole on the bump in the Trop to see what he was gonna do this year down there. We will soon. They're playing the Jays tonight, I think. Yeah,
they do play the Jays tonight. Cole on the bump. Interesting lineup.
And we got.
I like it.
Yankees dropped that game 4-0. Game 3. Okay. Big Monty. This is starting to become like a thing. Game 1, the first pitcher does bad. Game 2, the first pitcher does bad. I mean, the starter does bad. Game 3, maybe Monty's going to, change the tone. 5 innings, 4 earned,
Does not change the tone at all.
Does not change the tone. After his last start, I was like, I'm hyped. Monty's going to come.
I was really excited for this outing. And I was so disappointed by this outing.
5 innings, 4 earned, 4 Ks, 2 home runs. But then, hey, the bullpen. 7 Ks, 0 earned, over 4 2/3. Green stellar. O'Day stellar. Chapman staring down dugouts. Albert Abreu doesn't.
I was nervous when they put Abreu out. I don't know why I was nervous. We had a 4-run lead, but I was still nervous nonetheless.
There were 2 men on with him, though.
He was nasty, bro. His pitches were nasty, and he can hit it 100 easily, 0 effort, and he's just got that nasty out speed. I was really happy with what I saw from him. I'm really high on him. Too bad I don't think
I hope he does stay around. You want to trade him?
No, I don't. I'm high on him. I like him a lot, but I don't think the Yankees do. So, because I think it's a control thing. I think they don't like his lack of control, which I could see. You could definitely see watching him pitch, but I just think he has that stuff, and I think he's so young, and I think if he can hone it, I think he's going to be a great asset to this bullpen one day.
You just gotta find a spot for him, and then he's got to fix that one thing. But if he's gonna get these innings and work on his stuff, maybe he'll work his way, to a more definite spot. Who knows, because I don't see Luigi, staying here too long with Justin Wilson healthy,
Luigi,
Waluigi, whatever your freaking name is, just throw strikes and get outs. That's all I care about. And you can get paid. I don't need to know how to pronounce your name. Urshela, 4 for 5, a double, a homer, and 3 RBIs. Second game back after his little thing in the arm. Not drugs, but indeed a COVID vax. DJ 1 for 5, a double, and Sanchez another RBI. Offense came through when we needed them to finally put the Yankees back into the ball game, and then winning it in the final 10. Yeah,
I mean, huge win, huge team win. Yeah, everyone performed pretty well, relatively. I mean, except for Hicks. But that's besides the point. I think poor Judgy. I mean, John Boy, I listen to a lot of John Boy. He talked about the best, like having Hicks in that 3-hole is just screwing Judgy because they're just going to pitch around him. They're like, hey, what's the point of facing this guy who's hitting 310? They can mash the ball all over the field. When we got Hicks, who's hitting a $129 at this point, he has like 4 hits on the year. And, he just can't do anything. I mean, like he's worthless. He's worthless there. The 3 spot, I don't know why we have him at the 3 spot. The Yankees are so hard-headed. They're like, hey, we need a guy. We need a switch hitter to break up the righties. We need a guy who brings a different approach, right? Because we have the big boppers who come like murderers row. But like, who cares? Like at this point, who cares? Because Hicks isn't hitting the ball. He's not working walks. He looks terrible at the plate. And I think the Yankees overall, like this is my biggest overall takeaway from so far this season is the approaches at the plate have been awful. Like if you look, teams are literally 0-2 count, throw a fastball down the middle because they know we're not swinging. Like I don't know who's telling them. I don't know if it's the hitting coach. I don't know if analytics, but someone is being like, hey, sit off speed. Like why are we sitting off speed? Teams are literally opening this up.
91 mile an hour dots down the middle. Come on.
Like everybody. And if you look like against the Orioles, right? I think that one guy, it was the curve that they called the dead fish, right? He's throwing it to start off the fucking count every single time. Yeah, was it Kramer? No. It was the guy who came in after him.
I don't know. We'll figure it out.
I don't remember. Either way, dude, like they're throwing like the get me over curves that are just sitting fat in the zone. And it's like most teams learn to punish that, right? Like first time, whatever. Second time, it's like, all right, you're stupid, and they crush it, right? Not us. We're just sitting there like, oh, we'll give you the free strike, and we'll swing at a slider out of the zone.
It happened last series. Like there was an inning where they got first and second, no outs, and then you got 3 guys going down on Ks, and 2 of them are looking. You cannot go down in the major leagues. I understand if the pitch is nasty, like a nasty curveball or a dotted changeup, or like a fastball on the black. But if it's going right down the middle, dude, just like gear up for something,
Yeah, it's like, and it's not like
getting set in the box. They're just like.
It's literally like it's not even like the umpire screwed them or anything. It's literally that they're watching a fat pitch down the middle and that swing it at the next pitch like there's diving in the dirt. I don't know what the approaches are, but they gotta change because they're awful, like god awful. I don't know why they're just like fastballs. Nah, we're a team that usually crushes fastball. Not this year. This year only off speed. Like, whoa, what are we doing? Like, you're getting fat pitches in the zone, and you have to punish them. Our bread and butter is punishing fastballs and doing it with guys in a scoring position. And so far this year, it's been anything but that.
Yes. Well, Murph, we ended the series on a good note. We won. We won. Almost didn't win. And
Brucey didn't play this game. Also, huge positive. Brucey's a pain in my ass. He needs to go. Volley, please come back.
Facts. Okay. I have 4 questions for you. And then real quick, I want short answers, kind of rapid fire. Are the starters shaky forever now, or is this just a semi-permanent thing?
I think it's just a temporary thing. I think these are guys who are just working through stuff. Herman and Kluber, both guys who have pitched in like multiple seasons. So it's like, they're still trying to get that rhythm, trying to get that feel for the pitching on the major league mound again in front of fans again. So I'll give them. I'll probably give them to the end of the month until I'm really like, all right, we gotta maybe look at something. But until then, I think this is a temporary thing. I think they're working through stuff.
Is this a throwaway start for Monty?
Hopefully. He'll probably have every starter's gonna have a bad outing or two, right? That's just natural. That's baseball, right? No one's gonna throw perfect games every day, or else what's the point of having a bullpen, right? Like if your starter's just gonna throw gems every day. So I think Monty's gonna have his fair share of bad days. I think he's gonna look to bounce back the next outing, and hopefully he can at least stay. I don't care if he gives up like 2-3 runs. I care about the walks and I care about how are we doing it? Like, are we battling? Are we able to get to the 6th inning despite giving up 3 runs, right? That kind of stuff. So hopefully he has a bounce back outing.
Judge's health. What do you think he's doing right now?
Dude, I don't know. It's a problem for sure. But I just don't know if there's anything you can really do about it. I think the bottom line is, the Yankees being kind of like cloud and shadow and dagger with this whole thing. Like, they want to lie about his injuries, right? They've done it in the past. They're going to continue to do it. They don't want to admit when he's hurt. They don't want to. They want to be like, it's just soreness. He's just working through it, right? And I don't know what's happening, but that's definitely got to get resolved because, like, I want Judgy to be our right fielder forever. I want him to be the captain of the team. I want him to be in pitch run forever. But, like, if he continues to only be able to play, like, 60 games a season, you can only do so much, right? As the Yankees, you have to be like, all right, dude, we just can't do this anymore. We just cannot. So at the end of the day, hopefully he figures it out.
Last question, and we'll end it. Is Gary indeed scary?
Gary is scary. He's probably the best hitter on the team right now. I think he's doing it in an opposite field. He got a couple singles going oppo, right? And he's working counts. He's doing it when it matters. So, yeah, I'm really happy with Gary's performance. Behind the dish is still suspect. It's not horrible, but it's not like night and day. Like, who's this guy, the Gold Glove catcher behind the dish, right? I think he's getting kind of screwed in a couple of errors. I think it's just the media and, like, MLB just kind of kicking him down. Like, this guy sucks at defense, right? Like, the one pop-up he had where, like, he'd go into foul territory, he slips, and it just so happens to hit him in the hands. Like,
that's not an error. Like,
it's not an error.
Man.
Like, that's a tough play. Like, that's a play that most catchers probably don't make anyways, so I don't know why we're giving him an error there. But either way, I mean, I'm really happy with his performance at the plate and behind the dish.
Well, Murph, thank you for your hot takes. Thank you for joining me on this episode. We will see all of you after the Blue Jays series. Hopefully the Yankees take away that one with a series win. Have a good week, everyone. Later.